What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here doing a quick little video. Like literally not even 24 hours after I did my video talking about the PS5 pre-order debacle. And how one of the best ways for Sony to actually fix this and at least mitigate this is, one, to just open up pre-orders so that people can just pre-order them and have a spot so they can at least get one. Because I knew that after the way it went, there was going to be no physical copies inside the stores for you to purchase. I mean, I can see a few locations that will actually probably have physical copies for you to possibly buy, but that's very few, and that would be possibly maybe Target, maybe a Kroger location, Walmart possibly, doubtful, but still maybe. But 8-Bit Eric did a video. I was just watching and I was like, wow, man, I literally just did a video about something that could happen like this, and the best way to mitigate it is certain things. And Eric's PS5 pre-order mess, and it was really good, and he did hit up on some really good points, and he had a lot of good facts. I was like, wow, yep, knew it, because Sony sat there and had apologies to the point to where there's certain people who already have their pre-orders right now who won't be getting them until 2021, and they don't know when in 2021. So in my opinion, at that point in time, the best thing for Sony to do to even just make other people happy, because there's still going to be people who are like, you know what, I still want to pre-order one even if I don't get it until next year. Because if you look at it, they're not going to have any physical copies for you to buy in store until they actually satisfy all those pre-orders, right? So the best thing for Sony to do is just have pre-orders, and then have it to where there's like so many that they put into waves. Once they do that, they go, okay guys, wave 1 is going out at this point in time, so boom. And they should just go from, like, what they'll do is they'll go from pre-order time, like the people who ever pre-ordered it, and then do however so many, go, okay, here's wave 1, same thing, wave 2, then boom, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, wave 6, because no one's going to see a physical copy that you can buy in store until after all those are taken care of. So, I mean, yeah, the waiting list would be huge if Sony did this, and I mean, it would just keep adding into it, but it's still a supply thing anyways, and Sony would still be making money. Now, granted, I think they'll probably have to change it to the point to where, like, it won't be like a $50 down. You'll probably have to pay outright for the system, the whole $500 for the system, and then hold your spot. That way, you're not going to like back out and then Sony just lost out on all that, and now they have a system. Now, granted, it still opens up a spot for someone to grab that as a pre-order, so it might not lose them out too often, because these are in high supply, and Sony, like, with the way everything went, they know this. So they're like, okay, you know what, if we keep adding into the supply, there will still be a demand. So I don't see any point on them doing like waves of pre-orders. They should just open up pre-orders, make it to where, like, if you're gonna actually pre-order, like, at least now, me and a buddy of mine at work actually had this thought, and it would make sense, and it'd make it a little bit harder for certain scalpers and other people to take advantage of this. But if they required you to actually use your PSN account, like your actual like name, that way you're not going out and creating like 10. I mean, you could, but still, that's 10 Google accounts you have to create, and or whatever, any like email address in general, and then go through the creating process of all that. So it just make it a little bit harder. So it would just be a little bit easier, and it would like take off the stress for a lot of these other people who weren't able to get one, to be able to go, okay, look here, I pre-ordered mine. Here's my pre-order number. As long as you keep your pre-order number, as long as you have like all the information that you need, that way when the pre-order comes out and you actually get the call, email, whatever, bam. So that would actually help if Sony did something like that. And I mean, they're already obviously thinking of things like this, with the fact that they legit just came out with like, hey, yeah, there's a lot of people who ain't gonna get them until next year. We are sorry. So, I mean, if anyone wants one, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be almost the same thing with Xbox, possibly, maybe not, but I can see both companies doing something roughly like this, and both companies just going, okay, you know what? And I mean, as consumers, if they choose that, they're okay with that, and I'd be fine with that. I mean, if I'm able to be able to pre-order one and go, okay, I'm on the waiting list, and now I'm able to get one, and then I get a call of, hey, you know, your pre-order came in, you can come in and come and pick it up. Boom, I'd be happy as hell. Because I'd rather pick it up at a store location than, you know, have it delivered to my house, because you know that when PS5 start going out in mail, people are going to be looking for anything that's on your front porch that's going to be a decent size. Because the PS5 is about this big, so I mean the box that is gonna come in, if it's delivered to your house, is gonna at least be like this big. So I mean, shoot, that's a decent sized box. They're gonna be looking for boxes that size. But yeah, I mean, not even 24 hours after I did a video describing two ways of fixing this, and the fact that they could do waves of like just like launches of PS5s, so that, you know, they're not too overwhelmed, but at the same time they're not kind of having too many disgruntled you know, fans and, you know, people who bought them and like, hey, where is it? So there's still there's still going to be a big old bracket of them who are going to get it on launch, which is going to be Wave 1, right? And Wave 1 will stretch from so however many. Wave 2 will probably be in like December-ish, possibly, like mid-December maybe. And that's for like pickup, possibly. And then they'll probably have one roughly the same, like, because I can see what them doing, like, if they do anything for anyone to come and pick it up, it'll probably be roughly the 12th of almost every single month, maybe, or every other month, possibly, roughly something like that. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a long time waiting for people who pre-ordered, but at the same time, you pre-ordered it, and they have to honor it. I mean, if they don't, you get your money back. So I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You still get your money back. Like, Sony will still owe you that money because that's still Sony's system and you never received one. And as long as you have the proof of it, always keep receipts. So yeah. So that's it for this video. Wanted to be pretty quick. Just wanted to be like, yep, look at that. I kind of knew it. I just knew that was going to happen. So hopefully now soon we do hear from Sony that they're just going to give retailers the availability to open up with pre-orders and just allow people to now, if they're going to pre-order a system, whether it be Xbox and or, you know, PlayStation, well, that's up to Microsoft, but still, with PlayStation, your gamer tag. So hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Take it easy, guys. Later.